Yo,
Listen
yo,
here.
yo, yo,
We
yo.
we can't keep meeting like this, Noble.
We can't keep meeting like this.
I need to sleep.
You do need to sleep. I don't know why. I don't know why you be staying up so late. I don't know why you would have to go into the office the following morning and you would still be up that late. Like, you're crazy.
YOLO.
You're crazy. Look,
YOLO.
we gonna get right into it though, Steph. We gonna get right into it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Steph, is kissing more intimate than physical intimacy?
No.
Really?
No way.
You've always felt that way.
Yes. Let me ask you a question, Noble.
All right.
You have a niece, right?
You said I have niece.
You have a niece?
Yeah, I got a niece. I got nieces.
You got family members?
Yeah.
Is it intimate when you kiss them?
No, but I mean that's a different type of relationship, and I'm not engaging with them how I would engage with some woman that I'm dealing with in that manner. Hey, Miss Sungay, how you doing?
Right. So I'm just pointing out, right? Because you're talking about kissing. Is kissing more intimate, right, than sharing your body with somebody?
Yes, and I'm not just talking about like French kiss. I'm talking about really lip locking, making out with someone. I'm saying, is that more intimate than physical intimacy?
No.
And you
Then
said
you're
you've
talking
always
about
felt.
physical intimacy when I'm sharing my body physically with somebody. My body.
You can't as a I mean
Kissing can be intimate. I mean, like if I'm just like, I mean, I don't personally, right? I'm not just gonna go out and be like, oh, you know what, that guy looks good. I just wanna get it in, right? I'm not like that, right? Not anymore, at least. In the
right.
past, maybe, but how I do understand. But for me, in order if I'm going to choose to share myself with somebody in that kind of way and be intimate with them, there has to be some sort of connection, right? Like I mean, I could make out with someone and not feel anything with them either. You know what I mean? Like sometimes for me, a kiss is what's gonna let me know if we have sparks or if I vibe with you or not, right? So
Huh?
if I kiss somebody and I don't feel a vibe, then I'm like, okay, nah, like I wouldn't wanna like be intimate with them physically.
Really?
Yeah.
You're saying that you can what's up, Chucky V?
Oh, what's up, Chuck?
Steph, you're telling me that you could if so you're telling me that
Like I've kissed dudes like on a date and like felt nothing.
so because you felt nothing, you couldn't. So it's more intimate. Right? That's what I'm saying. So you just told me that if you kiss someone and you feel that you don't feel any way about it or you don't get anything from it. Thanks for the gift, Jazz.
No,
That
I
you
don't.
wouldn't.
I still don't think that kissing is more intimate. No,
All right. Hey, your personal opinion.
because listen, I mean, I get it, right? Like if you guys want to talk about like, okay, well, if I'm gonna like, okay, not all of us are like Noble, right? Where you can just put it in the hole, not care, right? Like, yeah, sure, right? Like there's people out there that just do it for pleasure. You know what I mean? Like I understand that concept. But when I'm looking at, okay, if I'm going to share myself with somebody, there has to be some sort of connection. I have to feel something with them,
Right.
or else it's just getting it in to get it in. To
Right.
me, I feel like it's more intimate because I'm choosing to share myself in a way with somebody where, like, dude, like, man, anytime that you open your body that way, like, you put yourself at risk, right? You
Right.
put yourself at risk for catching any kind of STD, STI, and put yourself at risk for getting pregnant.
Right.
That's not, to me, that's not like an easy choice to just like make.
But
You know
you
what I
you
mean?
you can't. I understand, but you can acknowledge that you haven't always had this mindset though. That
No,
you
I
have.
can acknowledge that I haven't always had this mindset
All right. Cool. All right. Bet. All right. Bet. All right.
because
So let me.
we a former 403
Right.
304 whatever you guys
Right. 304.
say.
Yeah.
304.
You said it. All right. Second question. When a woman cheats on a man, Is it because she felt she wasn't getting something in her relationship?
I can't speak for all women. I can speak
Right.
for myself. I felt like, yeah, like the time that I did, it was because I was lacking. To be fair, not lacking, but like he was lacking, right? Like I was looking for something in my relationship that I wasn't getting. To be fair, I did try to end the relationship multiple times. And he was like, no, 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 like I really want to work on it. I really want to work on it. And I'm like, okay, so like I would stay and let it and try to work it out, but I
So,
just felt like there was just like something missing. But I also think that like there could be whatever reason, right? Like a woman's gonna cheat however if she's gonna cheat, she's gonna cheat no matter what the reason.
but
But
I think,
in general, my reason was because I was missing
yeah.
something.
So you cheated. You cheated because you felt that you weren't getting something emotionally in your relationship.
Hmm.
And I believe that most women, when they do cheat, they cheat because it's they feel like they're lacking something emotionally in their relationship. As opposed to men, when I ask women, I say, hey, do you think a man can like cheat on you? Or they'll tell me like a man can't cheat on me and still love me. And I'll say, well, when men and women cheat, it's different. I'm like, if a man's cheating on you, a man is like a man can still love you and like go really sleep with someone else and put his Johnson in someone else because he's not
Nah, I
doing
don't.
it.
I don't think
He,
that at all. In general, I don't even think that if a woman cheats, that she really loves somebody.
but you just but what I'm saying is like you just said you did it because of you felt you were lacking something emotionally. A man won't be lacking something emotionally, but just because he's a man and he's just physical in nature like that, and if he has an opportunity, he'll do that and still come right back home to you. So does he really
Yeah,
not
but I
love you
still
just
don't.
because
I
he
don't
did that?
believe that. Like, I don't believe that. Oh, he can still love. No, if you, I think in general, if a man or a woman, cheats on their partner, I don't feel that there's actual love there. You might feel like like you care about the person. You know what I mean? Like you might feel like you care about the person, or you might have some sort of comfort to that person, but there's no actual real love. You're not in love with that person. If you are in love with somebody, then it doesn't matter what else or who else is out there. Like I can say, right, like when the boyfriend that I had, like he was a good person. He really, really, really tried. And I was at a really bad place in my life, just like mentally, emotionally. I was going through a lot at the time when we were together, and I really thought that I loved him. You know what I'm saying? Like at one point we talked about marriage and all that stuff, but realistically, at the end of the day, I don't really feel like I was in love with them, right? Because I always tried to find every single flaw in that relationship that I could, and I tried to leave it multiple times until I finally did.
He says some women move on emotionally before they physically leave the relationship.
I agree
Exactly,
with that,
and Drizzle, you're talking into my point again.
but that's still cheating, though.
That's still cheating, but I'm just saying, when Drizzle, 9 times out of 10, I think that if a man cheats, he's not cheating because he feels like his woman is he's lacking something is missing in his relationship. He's just being a man and he has an opportunity. He comes across an opportunity to do something and he takes advantage of it, but he's still gonna come back home to his woman and love
Yeah,
his woman. But a
yeah,
lot
but
of
that's
women
because you
don't
want to have
feel.
your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, yeah,
Can we get the
that's
mute
what it
on?
is.
I'm hearing taps and
Yeah, that's Renee. Hey, Renee, could keep tapping, but could you please mute up? Click the
Uh,
same button you click to request, and then just hit the mute button.
Okay.
All right, thanks. Yeah,
yeah.
Steph, like you said, he's trying to have his cake and eat it too. But if the woman is cheating and coming back home to her man, is she not trying to have her cake and eat it too? Like, what's the difference? But I
I
think
don't
that
know. I don't see a difference. I see the difference where you're talking about why men cheat versus why women cheat.
right,
But realist, like, so think of it this way, right? Like the way you're saying that a man's gonna cheat on his girl, like, because he's like, oh, you know what, that girl looks real good. Let me see if I can get that.
right,
Go get it, and then go home to the girl, right?
right.
Whereas, as in a woman, where typically women, when they cheat, it's mostly like, okay, well, my man is lacking in this, so
Yes,
I'm gonna go out and look for something better. That way,
exactly,
I can drop it and then go on and move on to that better. You know what I'm saying? They're
exactly.
not like, why go back? Why am I gonna go back You know, so
Yeah,
in a sense, it's like we cheat to end it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Ours
I
is more
agree.
emotional than physical.
I
So,
agree. But okay, yeah, I
but
agree.
it's not right. I still don't think
Yes,
there's love in that. You know what I'm saying? I don't
what's
think
good,
that
Ty?
there's actual real love in that. What's up, Ty?
Okay. Yeah, like when Drizzle said stuff, I think if a woman is cheating, I think it's definitely emotional. I think it's like I said, and like you acknowledge, I think she definitely feels most of the time that she's not getting something in her relationship, so she's looking for it somewhere else, and she's already checked out. So yeah, um,
Yeah.
okay. And now third one, if a woman doesn't if a woman doesn't invest in a man financially, she's not invested in him at all. True or false?
False.
You said false?
Yeah, that's
Tell me
false,
why that's
dude.
false, please.
Why like so you're putting a monetary value on a woman's like how a woman's feelings and how she cares about you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't put a like if you were to invest in me financially, I wouldn't think that you're not invested in me, right? Because you can talk investment in any other way. Time, you can talk investment about effort, you can talk investment and just about like the gestures that you're doing for that person, right? It's the small things that matter, you know? Like for example, like say I had opened I had just started a eyebrow tattooing business, right?
Yeah.
And I got my first client, and the person that I was talking to surprised me and visited me that before I had my client and was like, "Good luck." And to me, even though that's not financial something, to me that's showing some sort of interest or some sort of investment in me, right? Because he's rooting me on to be successful in my business that I started. So there was no monetary value to that. It was just time and a gesture,
This is
right?
crazy, bro. Steph, let me tell you something, Steph.
What?
Steph, if
Why do I gotta invest
Steph,
my money
Steph,
into
Steph,
you
Steph,
though?
first of all,
I
Steph,
know.
first,
Hey, I'm a person like my love language is acts of service. I love to gift, right? Regardless if I have money to give you something or if I can make you something, I love that's me. I love acts of service, but I don't think that we should have to financially buy like pay for things in order for that person to feel like I'm invested in them.
Steph, if we are
Yeah.
in as a man, Steph, when a man is like seriously courting a woman, Steph, just even a part of before we're even in an exclusive relationship, Steph, a man has to invest money into you. He has to go out, like take you out on dates, and it don't got to be nothing crazy, whether it's a coffee date, whether we go to get lunch or dinner somewhere. Like it's a part of the process. Then when you are my girl, Steph, like how as a man he should be, like, all I'm saying, stuff is it shouldn't just be your birthday that your significant other gets you something. I'm not putting a monetary value on it. It's not all about like materialistic things, but it is part of it. Like today
No,
today is
I get what you're saying.
today is my parents' anniversary. Like my dad went, and my dad took my mom out to dinner. He got her like roses and flowers and bouquets and stuff. Like, but as a man, like, that's something that I should be doing. Like on even if it's not like a weekly or monthly thing, I should be investing in you financially like a good amount. So all I'm saying, Steph, is all I want a woman to show me is that you're thinking about me and that you care about me. You should have no problem if I'm have to open up my wallet for you. You should have no problem as a woman opening up your pocketbook and investing in me financially too.
No,
If you know I like candles,
I
give me some
agree.
candles. If you know I like
No, no,
if you're out and you know I like a certain type of cologne, you don't even have to ask me. Just get it for me. So if a woman that really likes a man, she's going to do those things. If she doesn't really like him, she's not going to spend no money on him.
no.
I'm
I
sorry.
agree. I agree to that, but I just don't think that like financially really makes a difference. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that like somebody has to financially invest in me for me to think that he's, like I don't think that a dude has to take me out on dates all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, time is money, right? So
Right.
if you are taking the time to spend time with me, even if we just go do something for free, it's still a lot, right? Because like, what if we both broke, but we both like each other? You know what I'm saying? What are we gonna buy each other? You know, like I just to me, what makes what is more valuable is somebody's time and effort versus what they are gonna buy me. Because stuff that they buy me, that if even if you buy me food, it's consumable, it's gone, right? If you buy me clothes, I don't know, like over time it's gonna get old, right?
But Steph, if you
So
and I are in an exclusive
monetary shit
relationship
don't
with
mean
each
nothing.
other, if you and I are in an exclusive relationship with each other, and I only get you something on your birthday, that wouldn't be kind of weird to you? If we're in an exclusive relationship, we're not dating, I'm not courting you. Because Steph, it's women out here that have men buying, investing in them financially, and they're not even in exclusive relationships with each other. So if
Well, I
men are
mean, that's their
investing money
choice.
into women that they're not in exclusive relations with, if we're in an exclusive relationship and I'm damn near only getting you something on your birthday throughout a whole 365 days, I'm only getting you something on your birthday. Like, come on now.
Like I said,
We might as
bro,
well
like
not
I
be in a
said,
relationship then.
hey, that's superficial, right? That would be superficial of me to expect somebody to gift me something all every to give me gifts all the time. I don't care. I
Steph,
care about your time and your effort and your communication. If you're consistent, that's what I care about.
Steph, as a
What?
woman,
Why?
Steph, as a woman, y'all have birthdays, y'all have
Sure.
Valentine's days,
Okay.
there's
Yeah.
Christmas,
Let
there's
me tell
all
you
these
something.
different
Let me
holidays and
tell you
stuff.
something.
Hold on. There's
I've
all these
bought
different
what?
holidays and stuff. Why
Yeah.
why am I only getting you something on your birthday or even from you're a woman? If I'm in an exclusive relationship with a woman and you're only getting me stuff on my birthday, because I already told you how I'm giving it up, Steph. I already told you how I give it up. So if
Yeah.
I Steph, you knowing how I give it up, if I do all that I do for a woman that I care about, am I wrong for being if I am I wrong for like even it's not even that I want you to do it, but like you need to show me that at least you're thinking about me, that you care about me somewhat.
Why does why do I have to gift you to show you that?
Because
Why do I have to take you out to show you that?
you're a grown working woman, Steph. Show me that you care about me too. If
Yeah, but it
I'm
doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be with money.
it doesn't have to be with money all the time, but that's part of the relationship, Steph. Come on now. If Valentine's
I'm
Day
just
come
saying,
around, Steph,
listen. Valentine's Day came and went. You know what? I didn't get nothing on Valentine's Day.
because you're
That's
not in a
real
relationship
talk.
right now. Okay, let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this. If you're in an exclusive relationship with a man and Valentine's Day comes around and this man does not even get you like one flower, one dandelion, you're not going to be looking at him a certain type of way? Like, be 100% honest.
I was married to someone who didn't buy me flowers for almost our whole marriage, bro. What happens to flowers? Flowers are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I love the gesture. I love that you're deciding you want to spend money on me. The flowers also die, and then I gotta throw them away. That's annoying. Not
Steph,
all of us, bro. Not all of us think of gifts as a way that to show that you care about me. Not all of us think like that.
yeah, but that's not the only, I'm not saying it's the only thing, Steph, but I'm saying it is part of it. There are men that, like, I'm
Yeah,
just
it
going
is.
to get you.
I get you're saying it's a part of it, right? Like if you're courting or if you're in an exclusive relationship, yeah, like we should be able to spend money on each other.
Yeah,
But in the at the end of the day, I don't think because if we're answering that question specifically,
yeah.
right? You're talking about financial investment. You're talking about if like that's the only way to show that if you're invested in someone or not. I disagree with that because I feel like just the time and the effort, the consistency, all the effort that you put into it and the gestures that you do, whether it's monetary value or not, I feel like that is what shows that you're interested or invested in somebody. I don't think I have to spend money on someone to show them that it's part of it, sure, because I would want to gift you, but to me, I would prefer to see the effort that you're putting into me, with or without money.
So if I'm investing in you financially, if I'm giving it up how I give it up,
Yeah.
and you not investing a single dime in me financially, am I wrong for feeling like used at that point? Then am I
No,
wrong?
I don't think you're wrong at all to feel that way.
So
But
if I'm not if I'm in the right for not feeling wrong because I am investing financially into this woman along with everything else, but this woman can't just randomly, I don't know, get me a random pair of Air Force Ones, or just randomly come with some cologne for me one day, or any other little gift just to show that she's thinking about me. So she's invested in me. But like I said, a woman that really cares about a man
but
and
what if
really
what
wants
if
to be with
she
a man and is really interested in him, she is going to be investing financially into that man. What
what if
what
what
relationship
if
what relationship is giving gifts to each other not part of? Please tell me.
what if she writes you a 4-page letter
About what?
about how she feels about you?
Just out the random?
What if that's her gift to you?
I need more gifts than that. I told you that I'm investing thousands of dollars into you. I need more. I need more than a letter.
So you that but that's you, Noble. You know what I'm saying? Like if you are choosing
Hey, Reese, can you please mute up?
you
Yeah.
are choosing to, to invest in her, yeah, it's transactional, right? Like
Well, it's
you're
not.
giving her, well, no, because you're gifting and you're expecting something in return.
I'm
If
not.
you're gonna gift, if you're if you're gonna gift somebody something, it should always be without expectations. If you're gonna do something for somebody, it should always be without expectation. Because if you're gonna expect something and you don't get something back, you're just, setting yourself up for disappointment.
Yeah, if you're giving and you're not giving with just a good heart, with just good intentions, like you said. If you're expecting, then you're not giving with the right reason to start off with.
Yeah.
But
So
as a
why
man,
do you expect me to have to gift you something back,
okay,
monetary
let me ask
value?
you this. Let me ask you this then, Steph, because you are a human being at the end of the day. How much
Yeah.
are you going to keep giving to someone and you realize that they're not reciprocating the same energy back to you
If they're
before
not reciprocating the
before
same energy, then I'll end it. Like, what's the point?
okay, that's what I'm saying. So you're gonna have to think about it like, damn, this
But
person.
you can't expect to spend a lot of money. Like what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Yeah, does her body count as a gift, bro?
No, her
Right?
body does
Does
not
she
count
get?
as a gift.
Why not? She's sharing herself with you, bro. Like what? All I'm saying is that you're the way that you're putting it is like, okay, well, I'm gonna buy this person, I'm gonna do these things for this person, and expect that person to do the same thing back in a monetary way, right? Which it doesn't have to be, because someone can still show you that they're interested in you without monetary value. I mean, I get what you're saying though. Like, I get you want the same effort. I agree with that, right? Like,
I don't even.
if I'm putting in all this work in general, not just money wise. Like, if
Yeah.
I'm putting in all this work towards somebody, if I'm spending my time, if I'm, putting spending my energy for this person to try to build something with that person, taking them out, treating them, vice versa, and they're not giving the same thing back to me all around in general, then yeah, no, like I don't want that.
Right. It's
But
a
like I
dub.
said, I'm not gonna sit here and buy, like, dude, like I said, bro, like I bought somebody a car. You think he did the same thing back for me? No.
Yeah.
But I
But
didn't do it because I expected him to buy me, do something back like that for me. I did that because I wanted to help somebody out that I was dating. You know what I mean? So
okay. But
it's
Steph,
like,
we might disagree on this, but can we agree at least that at least in our American society, it's more so on the man to be the one investing financially into the woman. Can we agree on that?
nope.
Really?
Did he
Is
write
it
me a 4-page letter saying thank you?
is
Hey,
is
I'm just saying I wrote a 4-page letter once, okay?
is it the woman? Is it the woman? Do women invest financially more into men? Then is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that I believe that men and women should financially invest into each other equally.
But I'm asking you, does that happen, or is it more so the men doing the investing financially into the
I
woman?
ain't in the dating world, bro, so I can't speak for the rest of the world. I can only speak on what I think and what I feel. I can't speak for, I can't, I'm not going to throw out a general statistic that I don't even know the statistic on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So Like you might think that in your head, you might think that men are the ones that are always investing in women more. And in my head, I'd be like, well, I think that women can invest in men just as much, right? So
Mhm.
I don't want to throw out a blanket statement because I can only speak on my thoughts and how I feel about that. Like if we're going to invest each other financially, we're going to invest in each other the same, right?
Okay.
I'm going to give you 100, you give me 100. There's no 50-50, right? We all
Right.
win.
All
I don't believe in a 50-50 thing. I believe in 100. I
right.
give you 100%, you give me the same 100% back.
All right. Bet. So
It's
last.
super hard. Hey, hold on, pause. It is super hard to write a 4-page letter, just so you know. I legitimately wrote a 4-page letter, and tears fell on that
Yeah.
paper.
Oh, write a 4-page letter with your teardrops
Coming
on it.
on me on this
Invest in
4-page
me
letter.
financially. You can do both.
Okay.
Both.
Why are you so mad at my 4-page letter,
So
bro?
the last one. Are long distance relationships real?
Yes.
You said they are real.
Yes, sir.
Tell me why you think they're real.
I had one.
How long was your long distance relationship? How long was that relationship, and how many times did you see that person?
I married that person.
You were in a long distance marriage.
We were dating. He was in a different state. So we dated for like a couple months. Then he moved to be with me. And then he joined the military. And the military, obviously, they deploy a lot. So
Right.
our form of communication and seeing each other were email and then FaceTime whenever he was at a port. So our communication was very minimal whenever he was gone. And our physical intimacy was very minimal. Like I could probably tell you the amount of times that we were like in the 10 years or that we were together or married, I probably actually spent maybe less than half the time with him. He was in the Navy, yeah.
Was this man damn near deployed more than he was home?
Yeah. He had two back-to-back deployments. Or he had a back-to-back deployment. One of them, the first one, he was gone for 6 months. He was probably home for 6 months before redeploying, but in the 6 months he was home, they had workups that they had to go to, so they had to leave. Like he was gone like every other week, or he would be gone for 3 weeks and home for like a week, and then he went another deployment that was only supposed to be 5 months, ended up being 8 months. So he was gone, right? And when they're on the boat, they can only email, and they can only email for a certain amount of time. So when I say communication was minimal, it was very minimal. And when he was at port, I probably FaceTimed him for like 1 hour
Yeah.
for the three
Your,
days that he was
your
ported.
your
And then
situation was way different.
when we moved to like a different state, and he changed, like when on his next duty station, he was working for a squadron that they were out every 3 months.
Yeah, your situation was way different than if you were married to someone that was what in the army. You said
He was in the Navy.
in the Navy. Yeah, like
Yeah,
getting
but
deployed
I
and all.
still believe that long distance relationships work. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult. I don't like um I guess in a sense, if you were gonna ask like, do long distance relationships work? I think it would be difficult because at one point someone's gonna want to be with that person more, or at one point is gonna be like, okay, I can't continue to be away from you this long, right? Like
Right.
it's not working out for me. But I do think that long distance relationships are real in general. Long term, I think it's difficult, right? Because someone's gonna break.
This is my thing, Steph. I'm here in Minneapolis, and you out there in California. Like,
Yeah,
let's say we meet somewhere, we vibe, we get each other's contacts, and we have a good
yeah,
conversation, and we end up like really liking each other, or whatever. However, Steph, being that I'm thousands of miles away from you, and
yeah.
you know, I don't have any plans on moving to where you are, and you don't have any plans on moving to where I am, at least for the near future, when we're just in the early stages of talking to each other. What sense does it make for you to be holding your love hostage for me, someone that not only is nowhere near you, but you don't even know the next time you're going to see me? And what sense does it make for me to be holding my love hostage for you for the same reason that I just gave to you? And this is my thing with long distance relationship stuff. If two people are really want to be in a relationship with each other, and they live and there's a distance, there's a distance discrepancy between them, if they really want to be with each other, stuff, they should eventually be like trying to get to a central location to where they can be together. If you're not working towards getting to a central location to try to be together, stuff, I don't believe you're really in a relationship with that person. You're just a pen pal. You can do all the flights going back and forth and this, that, and the third. And you know how much trust, Steph, people experience infidelity and cheating and all that with people being in relationships with people that are actually in their city, in their state. Imagine someone being thousands of miles away, Steph. You don't know where I'm at or what I'm doing when I'm not on the phone with you. You don't have that much trust for me. Like let's keep it real. Friday night, Saturday night, you can go do whatever you want to do and call me the next morning and be like, yeah, I just was just chilling the whole night, sleep, like, and I can do the same thing. Like,
You can do the same thing in a relationship that's local.
that's what I said.
What's the difference?
The difference is it's going to be way harder to do it locally than it is like when someone is thousands of miles away. So how are
What are
you
you
in a
talking?
real but how are you in a real relationship, Steph, if y'all are not making any attempt to come to a central location?
Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right? So if you're in the early stages of talking to somebody, bro, look, can I finish the last question, my guy? Jeez, this person always got some hate for me. Like if you're in the early stages where you're talking to someone and then you end up deciding to get in a relationship with them, right? Like it's harder to just be like, oh well, I'm gonna know what it's like to live with somebody. Like personally, like if I'm dating someone locally, like I'm not gonna run and jump and move into a place with them right away, right? And that would be like the same thing. I'm reading your comments. Like, and that would be the same thing in a long distance relationship, right? Like, you guys would have those conversations, and it's all about communication, right? Because regardless if it's a long distance relationship or if you're dating somebody locally, all the same stuff can happen. All the
But
same
Steph,
stuff can happen. People can each other either way if you're long distance or not, right? It's just the amount of trust that you want to put into that person. And honestly, Noble, like it's up to you. Like if long distance relationship isn't your thing, bro, then don't do it. But that doesn't mean that all the other people that are in long distance relationships, that doesn't mean that their relationships are less than people that have relationships where they're physically with somebody.
okay, well, I want to hear two more things, then we're gonna move on to Renee. Steph, I think there are certain things that are essential for a real relationship. I think companionship stuff, I think like physical touch, just me being able to hold your hand, just give you a hug, just me being able to pull up on you whenever and let's go wherever and do whatever. I think stuff like that is very important stuff. When you're thousands of miles away and we have to be damn near looking at calendars and trying to work around and be like, oh, when is the next time both of us are going to be available to see each other? I think that's why a lot of long term, a lot of those things do not work because that stuff that is essential for a real relationship is not happening on a regular basis. It's happening when it can. It's happening once in a while, here and there. So it's like Steph, let me ask you a serious question. If your husband wasn't gone, if your ex-husband wasn't gone as much as he was all the time, don't you think you would have had a better relationship with him? Like, be 100% honest.
No.
All right.
Why do you always ask me like? Why do you always say that? Be 100% honest. Like you swear I'm gonna lie to you. And the only reason why I say no is because the communication between us was not great with or without him deploying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like, and people ask me that all the time. Do I feel like the Navy was responsible for us um, not working out? And I never blame the Navy. I don't think that him deploying, I don't think that him being in the Navy had anything to do with us. You know, people change and stuff happens, and you know, like to me, it's number one communication. If you don't have the communication, nothing's gonna work, right? So you like physical touch, right? So that sounds to me like you like acts of service, and you also like what is, I don't know what the other love language
Steph,
is.
I just want to be able. If I'm in a relationship with you, Steph,
Then for
I want
you,
us to be. I
a
want us to
Noble,
be
then
able to
don't
go.
get in a long distance relationship, bro.
I want us to be able to go to Starbucks in the morning. Okay, I don't want to go to Starbucks and then FaceTime you and be like, "Look what I got." Like, no, I want us to be able to hold hands. I want us to be able to go out on regular dates because all of that stuff is important for nurturing and strengthening a relationship. I cannot do that with you when you're thousands of miles away from me.
But that is you personally. Just because you can't do that doesn't mean that other people that are in long distance relationships that are choosing to do that doesn't mean that their relationships are not real, because that a long distance relationship to them is very real for them.
I respect this stuff.
Yeah. So for you, you want physical touch, right? That's a love language. Physical touch, acts of service, you want gifts, right? But that doesn't mean that long distance relationships are not real. Long term long distance relationships, those are difficult, right? Because like I said, there's going to be at one point someone's going to break, because long term long distance relationships are very, very hard to hold on to.
Okay, Steph, let me ask you this. Can you agree to this? We haven't agreed on a lot of things, but can you agree to this? If you and I are very serious about each other and we really like each other that much, doesn't it make sense if we really feel that way about each other? Doesn't it make sense for us to eventually be working to be at a central location so we can
Yeah,
be together?
I don't deny that. I feel like
So
yes,
if we're
I
not
definitely do
doing
that.
that, then what are we really doing then?
But that doesn't mean that your relationship is not real.
Okay, well, Steph, like you just said, Steph.
If you're
Okay,
not working
oh,
towards it, then
Steph,
don't
we're
be
gonna
in
keep
it.
doing Steph. We're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna keep not trying to get to a central location to the point where you said like one person is gonna be like, "What are we doing? Like, are we trying to do
Well,
this or
that's
no?"
why, yeah,
And
I
that's
just
why it
said
doesn't
that,
end up working.
bro. I just said, did I not just say that? Did I not just say a long-term distance relation? Did I not just say long-term, long distance relationships are difficult, right? Because at some point, one of y'all is going to break and want to be with the other person,
Right.
right? So, no, I literally just said what you said, but you're trying to twist my words, bro.
That's it.
Just like I don't give,
No, but no,
bro.
Steph, but for real, hey, we we don't see eye to eye. We disagree on a lot of stuff, but like I like going back and forth with you.
We always disagree.
I like yeah, like but see this stuff. That's my
Hey,
thing.
hey,
It's
all I
okay.
gotta say, Noble, just the fact that you talk about long distance relationships aren't real, but at the same time you sit here and have 6 hour conversations for 4 months before you take someone out on a date.
Bro, leave me alone.
What is that? What is that, bro?
Don't worry about it.
Answer me that question.
Don't worry about it. But Steph, no, listen, it's all love. I appreciate you for real.
Appreciate you too, fam.
All right, you have a good night. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, bro. Get some sleep for real. I know
All
you're
right, we'll
working from
let
home
Renee in the
tomorrow,
box.
but get some sleep for real.
Yeah, we'll let Renee in the box.
All right, Renee.